Hey there, guys! What is going on? Slappy here, playing some more of Creativerse in the Creativerse Creatinators server. That's what we called it. How's it going? How are you? I'm doing well. Thank you. Happy Tuesday. Episode 44. For some reason that number feels good, but I don't know. What's going on? Last time we did this. We built this house on the hill. And we have our summer camp. Today I want to work on our space station, but I do want to make this place look better on the outside. If we go down here, this is like where we're most likely to see it from, is sort of this view down here in our summer camp. Is not very attractive. Is not very attractive at all. And I think we can get away with just covering up some of this pink with just the rock. I think we can just sort of do this along it and, you know, hope that that sort of looks okay, which should be relatively easy, relatively cheap. You know how it is. I'm a man who likes things that come easily. Do I have any of these left? Yes, a couple. Cool. Right. So, how's it going? I asked you guys last time a little bit about this build. I said, listen, I'm not an idea man. Or I am. It doesn't matter. Either way, I asked you guys about the windows. I'm sorry. I'm having such a non-brain working day. I asked you guys about the windows in here. We had a few options. We had the industrial. We had the wood. We had normal. We had stone. This is the normal. This is the industrial. And you guys were all kind of mixed. You know, a lot of you, I think, agreed with me that none of them particularly suit it very well. A few of you said the industrial because they kind of have a vibe of being kind of, I guess, like a little rusted, a little older, and they kind of suit the build in that they look a little abandoned or, you know, not cared for particularly well. This place is going to be seen in the dark, so that's why you guys also said it's kind of, somebody made a comment that said they look a little out of place, which almost adds to it. You know, they look like they shouldn't be there, so it kind of works. So there was a lot of good suggestions. I don't really know still. I think I'm going to leave the industrial windows here. I'm thinking maybe we'll do some smaller windows with the industrial. That's the only one. But yeah, I think a lot of you had the same mindset of that none of them particularly work well in this build, which kind of sucks, but it's not a big deal. I'll sort out the windows another time. Either way, this house up here on the hill is basically done. I'm going to do a few more wood gravel walls. I just don't want it to look like it's floating. So if we could just, so much stuff in my inventory. I think we're just going to do sort of stilts for it. Stilts, as they say in other places. I don't know that. I don't know that for a fact. You know what? I shouldn't even be saying that. Maybe other places they don't say stilts. Well, yeah, I don't know. Okay, let me just finish this off and we will get started on the space station. Alright, well, everything up here is covered up. It doesn't look great, but you know what? It doesn't look terrible. We might bring the roof out past the end point, I think might help it. I'm also thinking this looks a little unbalanced here. It doesn't particularly matter, I suppose, but let's just do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Yeah, that looks lovely. It is so warm right now. I'm sorry. It's not important. Yeah, that looks okay. Am I alone on the server? Yeah, that looks fine. Yeah, okay. So let's go over to what I want to work on today. I have to do some more work on the summer camp, but I'll probably do that on live streams, which you can catch on Twitch if you're so interested in live streams. So today we're going to work on the space station, which is going to be the second part of this adventure. So if you guys are new to this whole build, essentially it's going to be little adventures tied together, and they're all sort of spooky themed. They're all going to have little missions or story things to complete. So like, you know, defeat a boss or find levers or whatnot. And our second, so the Halloween house is the starting point. And then you have a haunted summer camp, and then there's going to be an abandoned space station in this space, which is what we're going to work on today. And luckily, I have a lot of space station blocks, so hopefully we can actually get quite a bit of it done without having to make too many blocks. So, without further ado, I'm going to clear out my inventory because it is way too full. And we're just going to get started on this, and I think it might be good to sort of lay out how we want to go about doing it before we get too far into it, just because, you know, that could get a little iffy. You know what I mean? So, yeah, let me clear out my inventory, and then maybe we'll not even just lay it out, just sort of have a general idea of how we want to do it, just because it could be a little tricky if we don't do that. Alright, the initial planning has begun. I decided just to finish this room, just because I figured, why not? I really like this gray side of this wall. Galactic wall seems to be the block that I have the most of, so I'm going to try and use that. I really like this galactic hull, but unfortunately I don't have too many of those, so I'm going to try and limit how much I use them. So, this is the way out. And we have a doorway pretty close to here. This is going to be a little crossroads. We're going down. I want to change up the elevation a little bit. I think if we go forward, we're probably going to put another doorway sort of right here-ish. Right here-ish. Another door. I really want to separate everything with doors. One, because these doors are just a phenomenal block. And two, because I think it's good. So we're going to put the white around the doorway. So I've seen a few galactic builds in my adventures. On Sundays, I usually do adventures, if you guys didn't know, if you guys haven't seen them. And I've seen there's a space station or space build contest going on. So there's a lot of really good space adventures. So I'm sort of picking and choosing ideas. Oh, look at this tiger stripe. It says, I hate blocks. Like, there's so many blocks in this game that have just really ugly edges. So, like, that's so ugly. But there's not much I can do because I want the gray on the inside. And I don't want to double up. So, hopefully just nobody sees this from the outside. But yeah, so we have some ideas that I can sort of steal from. And I think I'm going to do that a bit. But for now, we're just going to build because I lost my train of thought. So, what I wanted to do was make this awkwardly become a 3-wide room, because I think changing the width of rooms really makes people uncomfortable. It makes me very uncomfortable. So I assume that makes other people uncomfortable as well. So we're going to change the width from 4-wide to 3-wide and then go from there. So let me just get some building done. And the nice part about having this all enclosed is I don't have to worry about how the outside looks. And you aren't really able to see it from over there. So hopefully nobody ever sees the outside of this, and we can keep it that way. So let's rock and roll here. Yeah, so yeah, let's just I just want to get some building done, you know what I mean? How do I want to do these pillars? No matter which way I put that, we have that line, huh? And I guess we could incorporate it. Is there not? Oh, okay, well, that's different. I guess we can do that. That's weird. The sides of these blocks are very, different. Okay, maybe we can do... Yeah, I guess that sort of works. Because I don't want to be able... Well, I don't like seeing that side either. Okay, maybe we'll have to rethink the pillars on the side here, but let's just get some building done. I figured for this update, we might as well take the teleporter from the area before so we can get the full effect. So you'll fall in to the space station, and I believe this is the way out. This will be locked eventually. And there'll probably be some sort of pop-up with a basic instruction. And yeah, so... I kind of wanted to make it so that doors lock behind you. And like maybe, No, I don't know if that's possible. I kind of want to make it so doors would like lock behind you on a timer, but I realized that would be a real pain. So anyway, this is what's happening. We have a door over here that you can go through, one forward, and this is like basically all I have done. There's going to be a system here where you have to go through the lower floor to try and unlock coming up through here. So I think what I'll do is put a ladder at like 4 tall and then maybe phase in like ladders through here that connect up. So you have to explore the lower floor and find whatever to phase the ladders to go up. Down here is actually where I want to work next. So I wanted to make this like a real narrow little hallway. And I've been trying my best to make it so that you don't have any weird corners. So I've been finishing a lot of these lines like right here. The way you place blocks, you end up getting a lot of weird corners. So I've been trying my best to try and make it as little random spots as possible. But, you know, it's a little tricky sometimes. Also, imagine this place darker because it'll be at night, which I probably could have done, but it's not important. Anyway, so you'll go down here. I think I might lock one of these 2 doors until you explore down here. But, yeah, down here what we're going to do is actually keep a lot of this grass. We're going to make this into a little biodome. Boy, that is a real ugly tiger space station. Oh. I was thinking, like, originally I was like, oh, the orange lines, they'll all connect and it'll be like this real something, but, ugh. But yeah, we're actually going to keep a lot of this grass and make this like a little biodome where they produce oxygen or something. So we'll put some trees and some bushes. Make it a decent size. Yeah, I think that'll be kind of neat. And then you can see this spout. We're going to have a whole upper floor. And we have some room to expand off the other directions as well. So we've definitely got a lot of space to play with, which is nice. This area should be kind of fun to build. And I think it'll be kind of a drastic change. I'm thinking maybe you have to unlock this door by going through these other rooms, and then perhaps the ladder will be in this room. Because I think it'd be cool if you were walking through, it's all the space station, and then all of a sudden, you know, this door opens finally, and, you know, you're in this, you know, lush paradise. I'm thinking about getting some shorewood. I think maybe some palm trees could be a real sort of drastic. I also want it to be quite large, so it's quite... you know, you go from quite claustrophobic hallways to this very open green space. Yeah, I think that contrast could be really jarring. So, without further ado, it's time to get building. I really want to get this room done today. At least this room, hopefully another part. You know, it all adds up into some time. So, yeah, I'm also thinking perhaps of using a lot of the white. Because the white, I think, would even add more to the contrast of it. You know, because you have such a... It's all... I've been using the dark gray so much that I think using the white for this would be a little bit... I don't want to say a little... add to sort of the jarring effect, but kind of a little bit. It also allows me to use these slabs and maybe add in some of the orange as well. Anyway, I'm just going to get going and see what we end up with. Cut short big time. I don't know. It's Monday right now. And I don't know if any of you guys were affected by this, but Creativerse went down for a while. And then they said some server issues, hot fix. Some worlds are still down. I guess that included this beautiful world, the Creatinators world. So I've been locked out of Creativerse for like 3 hours, which means I'm going to have to stream some progress tomorrow. So if you're watching this on Tuesday at 5, I'll be streaming over on Twitch some Creativerse, continuing this build right here. But let's see what I did manage to get done in the time before the server went down. So this is probably going to have a big dome roof, which should be an interesting build. I decided to do some rooms because it was quite a large area, which I wanted. And we're going to fill it with gadgets and gidgets and dashes and doodahs. But yeah, quite a large area, which I think I'm okay with. We're going to add some custom trees and a big dome roof, I think. And it should be kind of interesting. Yeah. So anyway, this is what it looks like. We've got this area back here we can use and an area on top of that. We've also got this closed-in room over here, which is kind of cool. We've got, you know, a nice enclosure, which will be probably this height. Probably 3 tall will be plenty. I did have to do some digging as well. I was super worried because this was quite a bit of progress. You know, it doesn't look like a tremendous amount, but it's actually, you know, it all takes time and whatever. So I was a little bit worried when the server went down and everything that they would have to roll it back, but luckily it seems like it's all here. So that's really cool. I also need more slabatures, which I haven't actually made before. My stuff is just over this mountain. So I'm a little curious how to make the slabs. I'm assuming I just... Yeah, galactic slabs. Oh, 1 second. Gosh tootin' darn it, that's pretty quick. Awesome. I may not need that many more. Okay, cool. This will be really quick, so we can finish up the walls. I think I might try and get some of the roof done, but yeah. Well, I'm officially out of time for today, unfortunately. That's really set me back. I was hoping to get a ton of progress done on this. Silly server break. Whatever happened. I don't know what happened. I didn't read their description. They just said it broke and now it's fixed. Anyway, I decided to go with the galactic hull, which we're running a little low on. We have not many left. We may start using the slopes for the roof, but we went to galactic hull because it's the only block that I tried using the other block, the one that we used over there. This one, the galactic wall. I couldn't find an angle that it wasn't awful. And you weren't seeing little blips and bloops. So galactic hull will go up. We'll do that next time. Build some trees. I think this room will be cool. Unfortunately, didn't get nearly as much done as I wanted to. But you know what? I'm feeling really positively about where this is going. I think it's going to be a lot of fun to finish. And hopefully in the next stream and next episode we can get the entire thing done is my goal. But yeah, I got a little bit set back, but that's okay. We'll come back next time with a vengeance and do a lot of stuff. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Let me know what you think of this project and of anything in general. If you were heavily affected by the server, whatever the heck happened. And if you like where this is heading. I mean, these blocks fit so well together for the most part that it's really quite easy to build with them. Also, if you have any ideas for what we could put as other rooms, you know, we're going to have this little biodome ecosystem thing. I don't know what else is in a spaceship. Probably some sort of laboratory of some sort. Maybe an escape pod. I don't know. What other rooms could I put in a space station? Let me know in the comments down below. And subscribe for more, all that jazz. Go follow on Twitch, and then you can know when I stream, which is cool. If you're interested in such a things. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Ciao.